Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a 2-year-old boy from Harlan County is battling cancer and his family is asking for prayers.
And CBD oil is helping one boy in Leslie County live his life with less disruption from a severe form of epilepsy, and it's helping others like him.
Plus, family and friends are remembering a teen who died over the weekend in a UTV crash, saying she put laughter in the hearts of all who knew her.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 5:31 on October 29th. I'm Madison Pergram.
And I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning into Mountain News This Morning on this Tuesday.
So it is a Tuesday. We've made it one day closer to the weekend.
It's still too far.
It is, but there is fog on the road again this morning a little bit, so people need to be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go to Brandon Robinson. Brandon, there is a little fog, but yesterday it warmed up to a pretty decent temperature.
Made a forecast high of 75, so I was happy about that. But yeah, so things are a bit foggy again this morning, so be careful of that as you head out the door. Still some 70s in the forecast even today. We're looking again at 0 or close to it visibility down to the south, and some in the eastern counties just not showing up on the sensors. Of course, the ridge is always a little bit more clear. There's Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County up near our transmitter. Cooler down south in those valleys, 46 Monticello, Somerset, Williamsburg, 49 Middlesboro, 50 there in Harlan, and then close to 60 Pikeville, upper 50s from Jackson all the way over to Logan there in West Virginia. So several degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday morning, 11 degrees warmer in Pikeville and Logan. Your weather app forecast, you can download that for free on both app stores. You see mostly clear skies early, then some clouds start to drift in. I still think we get into the low 70s today. Could be mid 70s if those clouds hold off for a little while, but the front is on the way in. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, a 2-year-old boy from Harlan County is battling cancer. His family is just asking for prayers. Knox Turner was diagnosed August 12th. Blood work revealed he had pre-B acute lymphoblastic leukemia. He has to go to UK hospital weekly for treatments. On the bright side, his family tells us he has a better chance of surviving due to his age, and his cancer is in remission, but he still is not himself.
Knox has always been the sweetest baby. You've never had any problems out of him. He's just always been the sweetest baby, but I don't know if it's the chemo that's affecting him. And the doctors also said that it could be like how an adult would be, depressed or anxious or aggravated, but he has been really just not himself lately.
Knox will have to go to UK every week for the next couple of months for treatment. We will have much more on his journey at 6:30 right here on Mountain News This Morning.
And technology developed at the University of Louisville is helping children with spinal cord injuries. It's a specialized treadmill to help children recover sitting, standing, and walking at the Fraser Rehab Institute. Kaylin McIntyre's son had a spinal cord tumor removed when he was 14 months old that left him paralyzed. She says the treadmill is already making a difference for Malcolm, who is now 5. U of L has also developed similar technology to help adults with spinal cord injuries.
3.4 million people in the United States suffer from epilepsy. 33% live with uncontrollable seizures with no available treatment that works.
Well, for the first 5 years of Eli Wooten's life, he was part of this statistic until he was introduced to CBD oil.
You might remember him from a story we did earlier this year in Leslie County when he scored a special touchdown. On Sunday, a line of hemp-extracted full-spectrum CBD was dedicated to the Wooten family in Woodford County. WYMT's Lacey Roberts was there.
Suffering from 100 seizures a day, Eli Wooten's family was not sure how much longer he would live. That is when a company called Green Remedy stepped in.
I told her that we was going to send her some product, and we have ever since.
Eli responded to CBD in an amazing way. His parents were able to hear their son's voice for the first time in 3 years.
Eli, what's Santa Claus say?
And out of this sparked a movement.
I wanted to start a foundation to help families like mine, but to see this come together today has just been unbelievable. It's just surreal.
An opportunity for a small Kentucky company to make a difference.
People coming together wanting to do Eli's Hope chapters in Missouri and in other states.
Eli's Reserve CBD oil is helping him live a life without constant interruption.
A lot of testimony of it changing lives. Eli's a great case because it's a child that was looking at no life to a complete transformation.
It's not our place to change your heart and your mind about the cannabis hemp plant, but it is our job to give you the real, true, and accurate information. Eli Wooten is that truth.
And his future looks a lot brighter. Lacey Roberts, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, a portion of the proceeds will go to Eli's Hope Foundation and Green Remedy Foundation to help families with kids in need, just like Eli.
And the Food and Drug Administration is advising against the use of CBD or THC and marijuana in any form during pregnancy or while breastfeeding. The National Institute of Drug Abuse shows a growing number of pregnant women in the U.S. are using the drug cannabis and CBD products. The use is greater among women who have more severe nausea and vomiting. A registered nurse at HSHS St. Joseph's Hospital in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, said there is not enough research available yet to understand the long-term effects during or after pregnancy.
The CBD and THC can cross the placental barrier and can also pass through breast milk. So the long-term effects on the baby, we don't really know.
Erickson says if you are unsure about what you can and can't use, speak with your provider to make a joint decision about what's best for you and your pregnancy.
A Knox County man is accused of leaving a toddler home alone. Deputies arrested Daniel Gambrell Monday morning. He faces a second-degree wanton endangerment charge. Deputies say he left the 2-year-old there alone while he went to the hospital.
And a man is now charged with murder in connection with a 2-year-old girl's death. In August, 2-year-old Kimber Collins was taken to Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital in Somerset after an assault in McCreary County. She eventually died at Kentucky Children's Hospital. Police initially charged this man, Michael Huff, with first-degree assault. A grand jury indicted him last week for murder. Prosecutors believe he beat or assaulted the little girl, causing her death. Huff is still in jail in Leslie County. He's due in court again next month.
In Pulaski County, a mother was arrested after police say she was driving under the influence with her 5-year-old in the car. Police say they got a call from the Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services. The 25-year-old Kayla Taylor was driving drunk following a meeting with her on Friday. Police were able to pull Taylor's car over and charged her with DUI, wanton endangerment, and endangering the welfare of a minor.
And the man charged with murder following a UTV crash during the weekend pleaded not guilty yesterday. Investigators say Jordan Abenauer was under the influence when he crashed in Laurel County Sunday. 17-year-old Summer Disney was riding with him and was killed during the accident. Abenauer is being held on a $100,000 cash bond, and he's due back in court next Tuesday.
Now, family and friends are remembering that teen who died over the weekend in the UTV crash. 17-year-old Summer Disney's family say while they are heartbroken, it is also hard not to smile when they remember her big heart and personality. They say she put laughter on the hearts of everyone around her in any way she could. Regardless, it does not make the grieving easier.
She was one of the best people, my best friends. I'm just really going to miss her.
Her friends say they are trying their best to keep those memories in their minds because that's what Summer would want. Summer's funeral is Friday morning at the Knox Funeral Home in Barberville.
Well, yesterday, a deadly single-vehicle crash in Lee County, Virginia, led to an investigation from state police. Police say the crash happened on Middle Wallens Creek Road.
VSP reports a 1994 Ford Mustang was traveling eastbound when it ran off the left side of the road and hit a tree. The driver killed during the crash was later identified by VSP as Gary Lawson.
And Lawson was the only person in the vehicle. He died at the scene.
A well-known Floyd County man died Saturday. Between being a county and Commonwealth's attorney and a district judge, 77-year-old James Allen served Floyd County for more than 30 years.
WYMT's Marion Fletcher talked with his former colleagues about the loss.
District Court is a busy place.
We have a lot of court. We see a lot of people.
Floyd County District 2 Judge Eric Hall says one man taught many the way around a gavel, even through his own obstacles.
All systems are now moving to electronics. Everything is done on computer. He despised computers.
As county attorney, Commonwealth's attorney, and district judge, James Allen served Floyd County for more than 30 years.
And he put his all into everything he did. I mean, he was a public servant right up until the end.
Allen died Saturday. Circuit Judge Johnny Ray Harris says news of Allen's death really hit home.
All around great person. Floyd County really lost one of its treasures.
While he touched so many lives inside these walls.
You know, one of the things that Judge Allen always told me was that, you know, remember that when somebody is in your courtroom, that's the most important thing in that person's life at that time. And so think about that.
Many say he is leaving a lasting memory inside and outside the courtroom. In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
James Allen's funeral was yesterday at the Allen First Baptist Church.
Well, with Election Day just 1 week away, Governor Matt Bevin and Attorney General Andy Beshear are getting together on the campaign trail. Last night, the two met for the 4th time during a gubernatorial debate on KET. And they are set to meet again tonight in Northern Kentucky for their final debate. Recent polls show the race is neck and neck. The election is on Tuesday, November 5th. We will take a closer look at the highlights later in our 6 o'clock hour right here on Mountain News this morning.
And President Trump is praising one of the dogs who chased down the world's top terrorist. The president tweeted out this picture of the dog he says took part in the U.S. operation that led to the death of ISIS leader al-Baghdadi. The dog's name is classified, but he is apparently part of the Army's Delta Force that executed the raid. And according to President Trump, the K9 chased Baghdadi down a dead-end tunnel where the man killed himself and 3 children. A U.S. defense official says the heroic dog suffered injuries during the raid, but is recovering and has returned to duty with his handler.
Should give that boy some extra treats. Well, coming up, Halloween is later this week, and if you're not careful, that could mean a big bill on your next trip to the dentist.
The forecast for Halloween is more trick than treat this year. I'll track out your rain chances and give you a sneak peek of the first days of November in about 3 minutes.